What is the deal, beautiful people? It's your boy Uncle Rizza. I have found my way home. Forza Motorsport 6 is where I live. It's where I will be. Yes! So I'm not gonna bore you guys with my tuning tactics, but I do want to give you a bit of an insight. So of course the title of the video is the IGZ Supra fleet. What that really means is there are three of these things, and this is generally how I tune cars. There's a track version, which is built for hot laps and so on and so forth. There is a big power version, which is just balls to the wall power, but still controllable, of course. And then there's the balanced version. So I take what I've learned from tuning, building and tuning both the track version and the big power version, and I combine them into what I call the balanced car. So here we go. This is usually how I learn what's new about the new Forza. I pick very specific cars that I start out with, and I drive them, I tune them, I get to learn the point index, and that's what I learn what's new, what changed, what's different. And the Supra is one of them. I do a Supra, I do a Skyline, and then I'll start with like an M3, E92 M3 or something. So the Supra, of course, is, I'm a Toyota fanboy and I love this thing. I started with the track version of it, and like I said, the track version is just balls to the wall handling. It's about handling, it's about braking, it's about control, response, and it's really meant for the circuit, the shorter circuit races where you're not particularly racing against anyone, it's just you're racing against your time. And in scenarios like that, you need to be in a very predictable car. You need to know exactly how it's going to react, and you need to be in something that enables you to ultimately be comfortable and find your groove and find you well on your way in that consistency to breaking those lap times lap after lap after lap. That's the idea behind the track version. So there's a boatload of grip. It's got the slicks on there, it's got the big tires on the back, it's got the downforce wing and the bumper. You know, of course it came with the sacrifice of a lot of horsepower, so but that's okay because this thing is a monster on the track. It's like the goddamn 2 train, or well, they say the A train running to Harlem. It's on rails, baby. I really like it. Spec wise, it's 396 horses, 368 pounds of torque, and it's 2,700 pounds. So looking at the power specs, it's not too far from stock. That's because, like I said, a lot of the work went into the handling and really making it lighter, so on and so forth. Then I moved on to, this is what you're looking at here, the big power version. The big power, again, I said I wanted to keep it controllable, and that can be quite difficult, right? Because when you try tunes from dudes that's got these excessive horsepower numbers for whatever car it is, it's like they just forget to make it at the very least controllable. You know, everything's not going to be easy to control, but goddamn, if you can't put the power down, then what's the point? So, you know, I did some suspension work, some braking work. I pretty much put on all the parts I can tune, and then I put the power in, I pour it on. This thing's tons of fun to drive. In fact, if this was Forza Horizon, this would be your highway car. It's tons of fun to drive. It's controllable on the bigger tracks, the Le Mans. You're gonna have to drive the hell out of it. You're going to have to drive the hell out of it and really practice a lot of control on something like the Nürburgring to get the most out of it. But it can be done, and it is a dope car. Spec wise, it's got 644 horses, 634 pounds of torque, and it is a heavy 3,400 pounds. Now, like I said earlier, I like to take what I've learned from the first two, the super grip and the big power, pretty much those two extremes, and mash them together into the perfect balanced car. This is what I came up with, and I really like it. It really is perfectly balanced. In fact, I was shocked to find out that it's almost as fast as the big power version, but it maintains a lot of the handling and responsive characteristics of the track version, which I think is dope. I think, and this is why I do it, right? Because when I started tuning in Forza 4, I would go through this exact same process, but I really wouldn't release the tune to anyone. You know, I sort of, it was a stepping block. You do the super grip, you do the big power, and then you sort of refine it and take the best of both worlds and melt them all down into this one car. That's the one I put out there. But as time went on, you know, people started to ask for it, and it turns out everyone's got their own taste. And hey, it's Forza, so what do you know? A lot of these different cars, these different tunes are better on specific tracks, so on and so forth. But I really do dig the balanced version, and I think this is the one that most people will enjoy. You know, yes, download the balanced one first, and if you find that it doesn't grip as much as you would like, then trust me, the super grip is for you. And if you feel like the balance is nice but you want a little more power, a lot more power actually, then you know you got to go get the big power. So it's spec wise, it's at 500 horses, 466 pounds of torque, and a little over 3,000 pounds. So again, squarely in the middle. And if you notice a theme with the numbers, the horsepower and the torque are relatively close, and that's my secret to tuning. One of my secrets to tuning and making controllable cars. You know, you really have to keep that number close, because when you have way more torque than horses, it's just out of control. And then when you have way more horsepower than torque, the car feels sort of lazy, aka Honda. Sorry boys, sorry, I take it back. But yeah, you notice the paint job is white, and I did that specifically because I had this epiphany. I want you guys, the IGZ community, to really chip in and get this paint job together. So if you do paint yourself, then please start working on a paint job. I'm gonna choose one as soon as I get about 5 or so, and I'll choose one and then make another video showing it off, and that will be the IGZ Supra. And your paint job will be all over the place in all the videos. All the IGZ crew is gonna run it, so it's gonna be a good look. And even if you're not a painter, you're one of our subscribers, and you know you do other things, forward the video along to someone that you do know paint. So let's see if we can get a dope paint job for this guy, man. I really want to see it looking crazy. I don't have any guidelines as to what you do. Just put IGZ in red somewhere in there and make it look dope. You guys know my gamer tag, Uncle Rizza. I'm always around. You can send me messages, send me pictures or screenshots of the paint job, message, whatever it is. I'm around. I'm even on the game. You guys want to game up, so yeah. Enjoy the tunes, fellas. Help us out with the paint job. My name is Uncle Rizza. This is IGZ. I'm out of here. Peace.